What up, Dokkanners? We got some Saiyan Day information coming up here. A producer's letter video has been announced. So March's producer's letter is going to be airing on the 13th of March at 1900 PST. We will reveal the latest info on the Saiyan Day campaign. In the second half of the show, we'll also introduce a new content and a brand new battle system. Oh, two different things. New content and a brand new battle system. I'm assuming this is just, they're just adding extra text to like convey the same thing. I think the new battle system is the new content, but whatever. Okay, so make sure to watch until the end. Why do they always say that? Watch until the end. What are we gonna do? Leave halfway through? We gonna pull a D free? All right, anyway, so the producer's letter has been announced for the 13th. So I will link this video down below in the description. It is airing March 13th. Oh, 8 p.m. for me. So that's 3 hours after Global's daily reset. So if you check the link, if you click on the link down below, it'll either be in the description or in the pinned comment. It'll tell you right here what time it's going to be starting for you in your time zone. So for those of you who can't add 3 hours or whatever, this will take care of it for you. Okay, so just click on that link, please. Please, please, please. But the more important thing to take away from this is that they have broken down this presentation into halves. By the way, I'm going to keep this image on screen because it blocks the depression, like trending Twitter news. Okay, so it shows here first half new character info, second half new content commentary. The crazy thing about this is that this new video is 50 minutes long. The global version is 50 minutes and 16 seconds. The JP version is 53 minutes and 6 seconds. So the fact that this is the longest, I don't think we've ever had a longer producer's letter video before. The fact that this is what we're getting has people thinking a lot of different things about what this means, because 50 minutes cut in half is 25 minutes for character info and then 25 minutes for new content commentary. Let me just start. Before we begin the speculation, let me just tell everyone, when it comes to speculating based on logic, you are asking for trouble. If you play the logic game when it comes to Dokkan, you will only confuse yourself into oblivion. That being said, just because it says first half, second half, I don't think that necessarily means it's going to be 25 minutes covering the character info, okay? I still think the best guess is to keep it simple. Occam's razor. The simplest solution is likely the most, whatever. Okay? First half just means the first chunk of the video. The second half means the second chunk. So I think it's still going to be a Dokkan Festival TUR, and I think it's going to be Planet Namek Saga. I think it's going to have to do with the new battle system that they have shown screenshots for in the 11th anniversary part 2 broadcast. They showed demo for in the Osaka JP fan meetup and the LA Global fan meetup. I still think it is going to be Namek Saga with the Dokkan Festival TUR. That being said, let's go ahead and explore the possibilities of what this could mean, because 25 minutes given to a new character info is actually pretty lengthy. And if you think about it, if we go back to the part 2 broadcast here, we actually have timestamps for all of the different sections of the video. So let's just see here. In my little bookmark, shout out to my buddy Cardinal for helping me with the timestamps here. Around an hour and 30 minutes into my stream for the part 2, that is when we got the character info and animations for the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta Goku. Okay, so an hour and 30. That whole section breaking down that unit and all of the abilities goes on. Actually, the abilities itself goes, I think, far less, but then they spend some time talking about it. And I think that that's part of it, especially considering they're adding commentary here. I think that is going to be part of it. So that from 1 hour 30 until 1 hour and 42. Yeah, 1 hour 42. So that's about 12 minutes given to one of the two Dokkan Festival, or one of the two 11th anniversary part 2 LRs. That's a pretty big deal, right? And then adding 12 minutes to whatever this one was. So 142 for UI Royal Blue, and that goes until, so that starts right here. Okay, that goes all the way until 1 hour 53. Yeah, 1 hour 54. That's another 12 minutes. So the two unit animations and overall abilities are presented, and that takes about 24 minutes to cover both. So when you take that into consideration and you come back here and you see that first half of a 50-minute video covers character info, that's 25 minutes. Does that mean that we're potentially getting two characters? Now, some people might retort that by saying it says new character info. We have proven both recently and many years in the past that syntax means nothing. If they say new character, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be one character. We even proved this during the countdown celebration, I believe, for the 11th anniversary. They said new character info, but we all know full well anniversary has multiple characters. So I don't think that this is enough of a definitive confirmation either for or against. This is just nonsense. Also, remember, this is primarily a JP game that they are adapting to the international version. So the language doesn't necessarily have to hold up all the time. So new character info could mean new characters. It could be a dual Dokkan festival with 2 TURs. I'm sure a lot of people would be more thrilled about that because they have more options. I think it would suck for low spending players because you'd have more to summon on, but that is a possibility. Another thing that it could mean is that it's a Dokkan Festival LR. A Dokkan Festival LR might potentially have more, I mean, not obviously, it will. Like an LR generally has more stuff going for it than a TUR. That's because it's a rarer character. It's more complex. There's more things going on. I'll just throw it out there because I'm sure someone's going to say it. New rarity. I don't think it's going to be a new rarity. I know that some people are probably thinking that, but if it is a new rarity, maybe that's what justifies a 25-minute explainer regarding the character and the abilities and the animations. Going into abilities, there could also be, and I talked about this before, I really don't want this to be the case, but it could be. What if they also add some abilities to this character that are unique to the new battle system, and then that sort of segues into the new battle system breakdown? It's possible. I would prefer it not be the case, but that is a possibility. So there are a lot of different ways that you can take all of this, and in my honest opinion, I think it's still going to be a Dokkan Festival TUR, but hey, I would love to be wrong, and I'm sure you guys probably think I'm wrong because usually I am. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about what all of this stuff means. Now, as far as what they're going to cover in this whole producer's letter video, I doubt it's just going to be this. I think they'll also probably cover a few other things. I've got the last year's producer's letter here, so I wanted to go through it and I wanted to see if there's anything noteworthy that we need to point out. So let me get all of these slides here. They do talk about a new event and stuff, so I'm sure. Okay, so you know what? Yeah, the new content might be where they kind of follow this format. So let's see. Are you enjoying the 10th anniversary? Blah, blah, blah. Starting from the 18th, there will be a campaign to celebrate Saiyan Day in Japanese. Yeah, they will explain Saiyan Day. Okay, during this campaign, you can get up to 17 Dragon Stones. Araki. Next up, they will show the character art. They will show us the new Dokkan Festival TUR Namek Saga. Remember, that's my prediction. Namek Saga Kaioken Goku per the new battle system taking place on planet Namek. My guess, it is going to be Namek Saga. So, yeah. Okay. So they're going to show us that character art. They'll show us the animations. They will explain why and where it's from and all that stuff. Missions related to the new stage. They'll give us some information on this. A new challenge event was introduced last year during that Saiyan Day 10th anniversary celebration time. So they'll probably give us something again. Maybe they'll do a Red Zone, Blue Zone DLC thing where they give us like a reimagined version of Namek Saga where they have to take like different elements from various stages throughout, not just from one specific series. Maybe that's why they need to like remove it, because they need the assets to, I don't know. I don't want to explain how stupid that stuff works. That's my guess. This is all my theory. So a new event will be announced, and then they will talk about the new content. They will also talk about an EZA. Oh, will they talk about an EZA? They might talk about an EZA. I feel like that's new content worthy that they could discuss in here. I think so. Okay, so a new EZA. Oh yeah, you know what? Speaking of new EZA, I said this before. I still think that there could be one thing coming up for the Deborah celebration, and you guys have seen it in my videos. If you look at the panel missions don't cover everything that we've done so far. Panel missions for each celebration basically covers different aspects of the celebration. If you do this, if you get to experience that, you get rewarded. Turtle School, pretty standard. God Intensive Training, pretty standard. Clearing a Dokkan event, standard. Link skill, standard. Clear a stage with Majin Buu Saga. This very much pertains to the fact that Deborah was the celebration release. Level up a super tech, pretty standard. Clear a stage with one Terrifying Conqueror, also pretty specific since it was Deborah. Onion Master was not, this is not an event that releases every celebration, but the fact that it's here specifically speaks to the fact that this celebration has it. Clear all missions, blah, blah, blah. But there's one thing right in the middle that still hasn't been completed. Even if you do the Extreme Z area, that does not account for an Extreme Z battle. That is different. And I'm looking at my missions right now in game. That is the one panel that I have not yet completed. I still think we are going to be receiving some sort of an EZA coming up. And the fact that this is dropping on the 13th, I think also further reinforces that fact. because in that video, they will give us the new EZA that is coming up. And my guess is Majin Vegeta. I think a lot of people's guesses at this point is Majin Vegeta. It's not that much of a stretch, especially considering they have proven that they will jump the gun. They gave the 8th anniversary LRs the full treatment without having given the 7th anniversary LR any super EZA, the 6th anniversary LR any super EZA. So we have established precedent that they are willing to jump around as long as it's relevant. And this very much is relevant. Corroded Body and Mind, Majin Buu Saga, this guy released during Saiyan Day 2022. So this is very much a relevant unit to receive a EZA, to receive an EZA that happens during the Deborah celebration that sort of leaks into Saiyan Day. So I think that they will announce the Majin Vegeta EZA in 2 days, and then we will get it probably like a couple of days before the Saiyan Day actually starts, and then a special support pack, they might do that, and then whatever else they want to give. Yeah, so this kind of gives us an idea of what to expect in terms of like the extra information. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what the heck is going to require 25 minutes or just even 50 minutes in general. What could possibly require 50 minutes to have to cover all this? Are they going to be like explaining every little thing about how this works? Hey, this is your HP gauge. Let me show you an example of how a turn works. Let me use each of these boosted abilities. What is that going to do? I forget what this is. I think this actually just, oh no, this is our next rotation, I believe. This shows the next rotation. I think they're just going to like do the demo again. It's basically going to be what the fan meetup people got to experience at the events, but now more comprehensive, done by them. So it kind of takes your personal first-hand experience out of it, and they just show it for everybody. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Finally, something more interesting is going to be happening. We took a little bit of a break in terms of content. In terms of hype, though, I feel like we still kind of got some of the hype that happened towards the end of the 11th anniversary part 2. Now that that is fully dissipated, this next celebration better bring it, because people are starting to kind of feel a little once again. Also, by the way, just a reminder, please do the survey. Please let them know how you feel. Please be constructive, because that is the only way that we can maybe get some changes and some things to never, ever, ever, ever happen again in these celebrations, because stupid. And get your 7 Dragon Stones. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let in the comments your thoughts on what you could personally be expecting for the upcoming Saiyan Day with this announcement video, this producer's letter video. Are you excited for what the theme is potentially going to be? What is your prediction for the Saiyan Day? Is it going to be a single Dokkan Festival TUR Namek Saga? Is it going to be a singular Dokkan Festival LR? Is it going to be a Dokkan Festival, dual Dokkan Festival TUR, dual Dokkan Festival LR? Is it going to be a new rarity? Any other theories, any other ideas? Feel free to share in the comments down below. Also be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you'll know when I see more of my stuff. Do it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.